Well, our special guest tonight on News and Views is a guy who consistently does what the human body is not built to do.
He's known around the world as the Marathon Man. In just 41 months, he's completed 46 marathons, some of them ultra marathons.
His next mission is to complete a totally self-sufficient 250-kilometre race in 7 days across the unforgiving Sahara Desert. Trent, Morrow, welcome. My first question to you, obviously, is why do you do it?
Because I love it. It's I guess, about raising the bar and setting a new benchmark, and the challenge of pushing the body, the mind and the spirit over 250 k's through up to 50-degree temperatures in the Sahara Desert. There couldn't be a tougher challenge, so yeah.
Well, tell us about the challenge and what are some of the challenges involved?
Well, other than the heat, you've got the unforgiving sand, which in itself is relentless. So other than that, you've also got the fact that it's totally self-sufficient, as Chris said. So you've got to have all your food, all your sleeping equipment, and your essential requirements on your back up to a weight limit of 15 kilos, and then you've got to push through and make sure you meet the cut-off times for this race. So the Sahara race, there's 160 competitors, over 40 countries represented in the event, and it's going to be a really great test.
Guys like yourself, Trent, as well as the likes of Cadell Evans, you just amaze me. There must be times, many times I imagine, throughout these ultra stamina events where your body just says, look, I want to shut down. It then becomes a battle of the mind?
Oh, clearly. I think that a lot of people look at it as a physical challenge, but it's much more about your mind. There's no doubt about that the challenge can be a little overwhelming at even the early stages of the event, and it's a matter of just putting one foot in front of the other and I guess getting through those challenges so as you can look at the other side and break it down. I think more than anything else, whether it's a 10-kilometre race or whether it's a marathon or an ultra-marathon race, it's about chunking it down and looking at those challenges and working through how you get through those individual hurdles to be able to get through to the end finish line.
You spoke about the 50-degree heat. Tell us about the risks. Has anyone died in an event like this?
Look, there have been fatalities due to the heat and due to the distance in ultra events around the world, whether it be an event over 250 kilometres or whether it be a half marathon. We saw a competitor on the weekend in Sydney that had some issues as well. So there are always risks involved, and I think at the end of the day, as long as you prepare yourself and you've got the right, I guess, medical team to be able to look after you, then that's the most important thing.
It must get terribly lonely out there at times when you're just running solo by yourself. I mean, what sort of things go through your mind to help get you through it?
Well, I think sometimes it's nice to have the distractions of an iPod or your favourite tunes to be able to keep you moving. I think that always remembering those that are important to you, whether they be family, friends, work colleagues or the like, it's always great to draw down on experiences and remember why you're really there and why you're pushing yourself through these distances and through these challenges.
Trent, when people think of the average marathon runner, they're thinking of someone that's stick thin. Yeah, what's the ideal condition to be in for this type of race?
Look, you're right. It's not the best perhaps to be stick thin through this race, and with the conditions, I'm expecting to lose quite a few kilos due to that. So I guess the best condition is to be ultra fit from an aerobic capacity. So having had the background that I've had this year, I've completed 16 marathons this calendar year so far. So most recently I've completed 6 marathons over the last 8 weeks back to back, and on one of those weekends I had off, I did the city surf. So I've got a fair base of fitness over the last couple of weeks, so I think that should stand me in fairly good stead, which will be great.
I take it you're not carrying all these medals through the Sahara, because I can tell you what, you'll sink for sure. You're raising awareness and funds for the Facing Africa charity. Tell us a bit about that.
That's right. I'm raising awareness. Effectively starts with a ulcer in the gum line brought about by geographic isolation and malnutrition, and then because of that isolation, people can't get the medical attention that they need in time, which it is preventable, this disease, and unfortunately it eats away the cheekbone, jawbone and nasal cavity, so it's quite a disfiguring and a disease that really pulled at my heartstrings, and I really wanted to get out there and raise awareness and raise funds for the disease.
Yeah, give us a look at those medals before you head off as well. If you can you lift? Do you need a hand?
No.
There must be about 30. There must be about 30 out there. Look at those. Look at that beautiful stuff.
You're a winner.
Huh?
You're obviously a winner.
I've never
few
held.
Gold, few silver, few
And
bronze.
what's with these? Was that your trip to Hawaii?
That is one of the best events in the world, I've got to say, the Honolulu Marathon. Honolulu Marathon in December. I'm actually heading back there again this December 11 for Honolulu Marathon, and it is one of the most spectacular places in the world. And I guess my passion for running is not only setting the challenge for myself to do better, but also sharing that journey with others that also are like-minded and travelling and seeing the world. I think there's no better thing than to actually get around the world and have a mission to actually accomplish whilst you're travelling, and that's something I'm really looking forward to by heading to Egypt this time around.
And what a mission you have got ahead of you. Trent, we're out of time, but we really appreciate you coming in to share your story with us.
Thank you, guys, and hopefully I can come back on the other side and let you know what it's all about.
Sounds good.
You can read more at marathonman.com.au.